Well, I gotta tell you, for this year, we haven't seen a lot of high cost of living increases so much compared to 2012. And a lot of people keep mentioning a lot of this quantitative easing, a lot of this so-called devaluation efforts is going to kick in, a lot of new dollars is going to be injected in. Well, after all this, we haven't seen a lot of that. And not only that gold and silver prices haven't gone up so much, food prices and even oil prices haven't gone up so much. In fact, gasoline prices, according to my research, as of this year, comparative to 365 days ago and exactly 2 years ago, are at the same price or even lower than where they were. Where is the high cost of living, people? After all of this talk that I've been hearing from this guru, where is it? Why haven't we seen it? What is causing the high cost of living? Well, it looks like to me that either this whole debasement or expansion of the currency supply doesn't necessarily have to lead to high cost of living. Now, it may be delivering that instance in the beginning, because we saw that in 2009, 2010, and first half of 2011. And of course, we are seeing that for Japan. Maybe this is just the primary phase, and then years from now that will change. That could be another scenario. Or maybe, to a large degree, which I believe, this is largely speculative. Of course, speculation has a large factor in commodities, particularly petroleum, and a lot of commodities that are related to agriculture. Have you heard that these banksters are profiting while millions of people across the world are starving? This isn't a lie. Of course, when you buy up all these futures contracts, it does jack up the price. And you look at their records, the number of future contracts that these banks had increased so much from 2003 to 2008. So you really have to look into these factors. You have to do some outside research. Stop buying so much into these gurus and analysts. Give me a break. I mean, where is the high cost of living? Just a couple of weeks ago, I bought apples from Sprouts Markets. It's a popular grocery chain in the southwest of this country. And these apples were organic, believe it or not, for 69 cents a pound. I'm not kidding. 69 cents. These are prices that I could get when I was in the second grade. Give me a break. Milk. I was able to get organic milk for around $2.50, including the coupons. And these prices aren't so much higher than they were several years ago. Now, egg prices have gone up, yes. I'm about to get organic eggs for about $3.49. Quite pricey, but I still like them anyway. But we're really not seeing the high cost of living coming away. And I really think that, I mean, people can say, well, with all this debt and higher interest rates, it's coming. Okay, we might see it. But is it going to be really like 100% a year or 1,000% a year or even 20% a year? Based on what we saw, there's a very low chance that that will happen. In fact, we have a lot of indicators that's going to indicate that the opposite is going to happen, as a matter of fact. Where do people have the cash to buy more in goods? Where are the extra dollars being in people's pockets to chase these very few goods? Where is it, people? So, the way I see it, it's not really happening. And I think of it realistically. Now, okay, we have a debt, but yes, they can do some monetizing. But, oh, Greece and all these other places, there's a lot of debt over there. They can just default. They can just do some cuts. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that it has to be inflationary. Come on, people, wake up. And of course, a lot of people can sell their commodities futures, so that can deliver a lot of downside effect. We may have a stock market crash next year or so, because we have boom runs every 5 years. So 2009 plus 5, that's 2014. So you see the pattern. 1982 to 1987, 5 years. So 2002 to 2007, that's another 5 years. So you can see the pattern. So you guys really have to do some analysis. Basically, the bottom line is I still do feel that our financial markets and our society as a whole still has a lot of problems and turbulence in the years ahead. Yes, there's no doubt that our society is very, in a way, unproductive. There's a lot of consumption and borrowing going on. There's a lot of problems ahead. A lot of young people, particularly college graduates, cannot find jobs. The gap is continuing to grow between the jobs demanded and the jobs available. There's no doubt a lot of these problems exist. There's a lot of debt. Our society, in many cases, are ignorant of a lot of the problems that are facing our society. Now, despite all that, do I really believe that these outcomes, that what a lot of these so-called experts like Alex Jones, Mike Maloney, Peter Schiff, and even the go back to sleep, Matrix, gurus that you see from CNBC, CBS, Wall Street Journal, do I feel like these outcomes are going to really happen? Not necessarily. Did they prepare you for this late 2000s downturn? No. So, this is how I distinguish myself. I'm independent, largely, and I will continue to still be. And I want all of us to come together, who are not these crony salesperson or these crony wealthy loan sharks, whatever you are, to influence my decisions largely. And you may be right on some of your predictions and forecasts, but the way you're going to scam us is in forecasts and predictions that's going to bite us later on. So to be honest with you, I'm not really buying your claims. And I do believe that there's going to be a lot of outcomes, but it's going to be quite different from a lot of these shills are really forecasting. So join me and stay tuned, and I'll give you some of my analysis of what is quite different from you normally hear, whether it's in the media community or the YouTube community, whatever. So we're still going to have opportunities and bumps in the roads ahead. But you got to know which one. I'll tell you what I see in the years and even decades ahead.